Hello everyone, welcome to Tactica Imperialis and to today's video. Today is another live stream. It's been about 2 months since I did one of these. Certainly been about 6 weeks. It's been a while, but we have the right sort of setting for a live stream tonight because tonight we have a Warhammer community live reveal coming on the back of the world's biggest apocalypse game ever. We had the Gen Con reveals on Thursday, but we got another set coming in about 25 minutes at 9 PM UK time, at least if I read my data right. So, we've got that to look forward to, and I wanted to do, for the first time, I've never really done it on the channel before, I wanted to do a live reaction to these reveals, because I just think that would be cool to do a live reaction. I'll do my own video for Gen Con, and I'll probably talk about this stuff in that video too, but I wanted to do it live, but of course, doing it live is only half the fun when you have to do it on your own, so I brought some friends. If they're going to come through. That was supposed to be your cue. So I have invited a couple of friends over for some games because it's my last day. Also, just well, to be fair, one of you's going to be hidden by the chat anyway. But
I can come in.
Whoops! I pushed a button. So I have invited along for this evening Kieran and James. They're playing a game of Age of Sigmar right now, whilst dinner's cooking. So you'll hear a lot of dice clattering and hopefully not too much arguing going on in the background of the stream. And at 9 o'clock, the three of us are going to come in here and we're going to have a bit of a watch of the reveals and see what's going on. But you got stuck with me for the next 20 minutes. I'm going to do sort of a pre-show, discussion of Gen Con, all that stuff. And these two can go off and nap off and play Warhammer. So
another cue.
You're welcome to nap. You're welcome to stay. You're welcome to stay. You are welcome, but you are probably more than willing to go back and play your game as well, because that's probably what you want to do with your time, rather than sit talking to nobody whilst I talk to a random chat. So, you know, we've got about 10 or 11 people here, which, considering I didn't publicise the stream, is quite good going. So, hello, everybody. Never been in a live stream. Oh, first stream. Well, you picked an interesting one. This is going to be a very interesting one. There is a lot of delay on chat, so chat will probably take a minute to catch up with everything. But I'll let you guys get on.
Excellent.
And well, I'll see you at 9 o'clock. An Inquisitor in the gang. Not quite. Not quite. Wrong species. So yeah, the next 20 minutes with me is basically kind of like a pre-show. We'll just get everybody in the chat, get some hype going, talk about what happened at Gen Con, because that was a fabulous little set of reveals. I'm just genuinely really looking forward to tonight, because, well, Giga's been really on top of their reveals of late, and I just want to see more. So, yeah, considering it was on the back of the world's largest apocalypse game, in theory, it should be a really, really big stream. Sorry, a big reveal, where they're going to be talking about, probably some apocalypse stuff, and it's definitely a far future Warhammer 40k based reveal event, so lots to look forward to, I would say. I'm just going to get my phone next to me, just in case I need it. Sorry. Yoink. Oh, that was fine. That's fine. Grand. How's my day been? Pretty good, actually. Kieran came over late this morning. We had a game of 40k. Played 1k Imperial Knights versus Tau, actually. So I sort of heavy tech to Taulis to fight Imperial Knights. And it was a bit of a massacre. I feel a little bit bad for what I did to Kieran's Knights this afternoon. It was pretty messy. Though, not to be undone, James then took a sort of standard run-of-the-mill guard list with some guardsmen, some Russes, and a Manticore, and sufficiently curb-stomped a slightly better tech Knight list. So, if my run-over was bad, James's was even worse. So, not the best day for the Knights. And the two of them now play a game of Age of Sigmar. I think it's Nurgle versus Death. So it's been a really good day. I've really enjoyed it. The Demonkin Law video came out this afternoon, which I hope you'll have enjoyed the Demonkin Law video. Sorry about the lighting, by the way. This is the best I can do because I don't want to take up the gaming table. So, yeah. I can indulge in the live stream and roast dinner. Lucky you. We're having pizza and garlic bread. Shame about the LCTB. Oh, is that referring to the units in... What are we calling them? That are being cut from Cities of Sigmar. Because this morning, the last chance... Oh, LCTV, last chance to buy. There we go. So, the New Zealand last chance to buy this morning, it's now gone global. There was a list of units that are going on, basically, last chance to buy ever. A lot of order units, like Glade Guard, Skycutters, Free Guild Archers, loads and loads of units, a huge list of units. And the suspicion going round is that they're going to be the units that get left behind. And everything that isn't cut here will make it into Cities of Sigmar. We're not entirely sure if they're going to be the units that get cut for Cities of Sigmar, or whether this is the signification of some rebasing or some rebranding because of what we saw at Gen Con with the Carnothi Elves. So it'll be interesting to see what they do with that list and what actually survives into cities. But I think it's a decent idea as a list. Is it perfect? No. I thought they'd get a bit more free guild, maybe got rid of all the Lion Rangers rather than just the White Lion Chariot. I can understand a lot of what they got rid of, but some of it is eyebrow raising until you consider the Carnothi. That sort of makes a bit more sense, because it means that Wanderers can fade away and the Carnothi can come in to replace them. Yeah. Nilo video got through the end of the last shift for the week off. Lucky you get a week off. I'm actually going back into work, quote unquote, next week. I'm back in Manchester, new digs again, but it's my own place this time, so I'm really looking forward to that next year, and I can get started for my teacher training. I'm really, really looking forward to that. I'm glad everybody seemed to enjoy it. Some for Warhammer Fantasy as well. What are you referring to? What do you mean some for Warhammer Fantasy as well? We've got, how many people have we got here this evening so far? 15 and 16, that's not bad for an unannounced stream. Admittedly, of course, I didn't announce it because, I'll be honest, I wasn't feeling 100% this afternoon, so I didn't know if I was going to stream. But I wanted to do this, so yeah. Could roll the cut units in as part of the Death faction in a zombie-like form. That's probably a bit of a stretch. I think we'll see what Death's doing with the whole Tithe of Bones character that we got revealed at the AOS Open Day. But I suspect that'll be Death Rattle, and maybe they'll roll Deadwalkers in with Death Rattle. If you want to convert Glade Guard and stuff into zombies for Deadwalkers, that would look really cool. But I don't think they're going to be doing anything unique, I suspect. You don't unbind 11s, it's a waste of time. Colchester. I've never really had any attachment to Colchester. Rule nothing in, rule nothing out, but it's not in my plan. I'll be completely frank. So we've got about 15 minutes to the reveal. So people just maybe want to do speculation. What do we think we're going to see? There you go, chap. There's an assignment for you. What do you think we're going to see this evening in the reveals? Got the Scars book yesterday, and people say it's great. I don't really have an opinion on Scars. I've not read it myself, so I don't know. Maybe it will be Soul Blight instead of Death Rattle. Possibly. Because Soul Blight has sort of got a bit more room and scope for freedom with Vargeist and Blood Knight and stuff. Whereas Death Rattle, I only say Death Rattle because it's the Tithe of Bones rather than the Tithe of Blood. Because Bones fits Death Rattle, Blood fits Soul Blight. But I'm willing to be corrected either way on what exactly we get. And obviously some people who were at the AOS Open Day might actually just know better than I do anyway. A recon... Oh, Dreads. Yeah, of course. We got that little tweet from the Primaris Lieutenant account where he got the new Primaris Lieutenant in the front and all those miniatures in the back. And we couldn't quite tell what they were, like a new Dreadnought and all that stuff. Yeah. Chat's ahead of me. Chat's with me on this. So yeah, I think that's a really interesting idea, and I think that's what we will see is those new Primaris. And maybe a Primarch model. That's a really good shout. Though it's... I'd love to see Jagatai Khan now, but I don't know if we will. Great shout, though. If we see a Primarch, then Cian Walsh, great shout on the Primarch idea. Whether it's Khan or somebody else, we will see. That's a great shout, though. I approve. Can you save us a slice of garlic bread, please?
Yeah, I'll bring you some throughout the plate.
Thank you. Actually, yeah, if you've just been reading the Scars novel, then of course a Jagatai Khan model will be great for you. That makes a lot of sense. I'm not going to put my phone down on the microphone. That's just going to cause static of feedback. Got scared into paint. Can you make sure I have Space Kitchen roll as well? Just I've got to do a lot of typing or anything.
Yeah.
Cheers. I did put the food in. They're not working for me, by the way. I've organised everything. They're just plating it up. Just before anyone gets any funny ideas. On top of the oven, by the fridge.
Right, oh, it's just there.
Oh, things are more fun with friends. I still remember the stream I did.
Is anyone against having an end?
I'm fine with it. I remember the stream I did 2 years ago where I got Isaac and Ed on, my friends from uni. That was one of my favourite streams of all time.
Seems like you've gone to a gourmet restaurant. bread.
Only the one
Which I
piece,
brought
but-
you a cube plate as well.
Cheers, appreciate it. Well, my pizza hasn't gone in, so I've given them pizza and I've just stolen some of their garlic bread, so it's all good. So I will mute myself while I'm eating it. Don't worry, I'm not going to put you through that, chat. Ventress? Ooh, Primaris Ventress. That's an interesting shout. I don't know if it's going to be happening, but that's a really interesting shout. I like the idea. Just make sure. That's the pizza timer then.
Stop the timer.
Literally any existing character. Yeah, anyone could, but Ventress would be a really interesting shout because they're not going to do someone huge like Dante, I suspect. But, you know, we will see, I suppose. The actual tabletop characters, maybe. But I'm a piece of garlic bread, so I'm going to go on mute. Wait, what? What short story are you referring to? Right, they're faffing up with the oven. I'll be back in a minute. Whoops. Am I back now? Yep, sorry. They didn't mess it up, it's all good. So yeah, I do play AOS. I've got Stormcast from a town called Malice, and I've got an Ideneth and a Daughters of Cain army from my Elfin Adventure series. I also have left over from Warhammer Fantasy in the start of AOS some Darkling Covens, some Order Serpentis, a little bit of Swift Hawk Agents. What else is sticking around? I had some Eldritch Council, but they're getting binned, so I'll turn them into Darkling Coven Executioners and Sorceress. Yeah, I've got quite a lot. So yeah, I've got a lot of AOS. I play a lot of AOS. I just don't do a lot of battle reports. So unless you watch my hobby projects, you might not know that. The death of Yo-Yo Ventress, where he's being turned into a Primaris. No, I'm not doing a bloody garlic bread ASMR at April Fools. That's just not. No, no, chat, no. You can get a smaller knife if it's a problem. Right. Do you need a hand cutting this fucking... Oh, it's to get into that, right? Yeah. Okay, it's not trying to
I gave the most ineffectual scissors possible. I feel like I'm back in primary school.
Oh my god. I'm dealing with that. I'm dealing with idiots. I did play Warhammer Fantasy a little bit. I actually had a High Elves army in Warhammer Fantasy from the Island of Blood. I never really did much with it. I got bits and bobs and all sorts of things, but I never really invested in it. It was when Sigmar came around that Kieran actually sold me a bunch of his Dark Elves, and that's what really got me back into playing again, because my High Elves were terrible. And then I did an Elfin Adventure Season 1, where I got a bunch of units before Battle Tones were a thing, and I went from there. What do you think of the name given to the process of turning one of the old guard into the Primaris? It's called the Rubicon Primaris, isn't it? You cross the Rubicon Primaris in order to become a Primaris. Or are they calling... Oh, the Calgarizian Rites. Oh, I didn't know that was its name. Fair enough. Thank you, chat. Right, let's try this again. Bloody bugs. You cross the Rubicon Primaris in the Calgarizian Rite. Right, okay, that makes sense. Okay, it's a little under 10 minutes then. 10 more minutes in order to wait for this reveal. Honestly, I'm just really excited for it now. I'm really glad that I've got a chance to do this stream. Any more Ridenoth on the way? Yes. I bought secondhand a unit of 10 Namati Reavers and an Isharan Tidecaster, which is a converted Isharan Tidecaster actually. He's got a Dark Eldar Witch Head, which is a really nice conversion. And I also bought 10 more Namati Thralls. So I'll have 20 Thralls, 10 Reavers, a Tidecaster, as well as my Queen, my Soul Render, and my Achelian Guard. So I've got a real nice mix of Ridenoth, and it's just about 1,000. I think all in it's just over 1,000. So it's a really good starting point. I'll work on that until I get some money and Cities of Sigmar comes out. And then I might jump over to my Cities of Sigmar for a while. I'm not sure. Maybe I'll just get bits and bobs from Cities of Sigmar. I really don't know what I'll do with Cities, but I'll do something with Cities. Absolutely I will. So, yes, there will be more Ridenoth on the channel. I don't know. The list written in Discord. The 2K. No, the list I played today was a 1K. And it was a very heavily spec'd list. So, I wouldn't really want to comment. I'm actually working on a second list now. Though I've just stopped working on it for the stream. Which was going to be Aun Shi and Farsight together. Because I want to do more detachments so I can get more options in. But I also want a battalion, whilst also having other options for detachments. So what I've decided to do is take a Violan detachment of Battalion alongside my Vanguard detachment of Farsight. So Farsight leads one detachment, and Aun Shi, who's Violan, leads the other. And he's probably going to be the Warlord. He's got Academy Luminary. He's a really powerful Warlord option as a Violan. So, and he's very cheap as well. So I'm sort of working on that as an idea that I can work towards one day, maybe. Why is there a bug on my microphone? Warhammer Chronicles. I haven't read them. Admittedly, if you're talking about books from old fantasy, I definitely haven't read them. And anything that's come more recently for Warhammer Chronicles, sorry, no. I never got around to them because I sort of never invested enough in fantasy to really read about it. Aside from a bit of the end times, I just sort of got fully into it again when Sigmar came out. So it's a bit different. Right, let's finish the Scarlet Red. Forgot to turn the mic on again. Well done. SOB news. Not that we know of. We might see some at the reveal. Necromunda, either Escher, Enforcers, or Van Saar. I'd need to look at the range again and decide that I wasn't being covered by Shiny New Model Syndrome. So I'm not sure, honestly. So yeah, apologies about that. I keep clicking the button. It's not doing it. So my bad. Yep. Yes. Thank you, chat. It's the problem is chat's because of the fact of latency. The fact I need to have quite a long latency to stop my computer from crashing. Unfortunately, there was a bit of lag on the computer and the chat. Sorry. Skaven or corn stuff. I'm not expecting anything. If we were going to get Sigma, I feel like we'd have got it on Thursday. Whereas tonight is going to be 40k, I suspect. So I'm expecting it to be 40k, I'm afraid. But, you know, I won't rule anything out.
So, graveyard, one up. Nope. Skeletons on up. Yep.
Almost time. Warcry, Bird Boy. My favourite warband in Warcry is probably either the Splintered Fang or the Cypher Lords. Probably the Splintered Fang is my favourites, though I do like the Corvus Cabal. So probably Splintered Fang, Corvus Cabal and Cypher Lords. Not sure which way round. Then I'm not sure. Then I'm not sure, honestly. Not sure, I'm afraid. Yeah, it's builders from the far future. That's why I'm expecting it to be 40k based tonight. So we'll see, I suppose, but that's really what I'm expecting. Want to turn them into spies for D&D? That makes sense, I suppose. I never really got into D&D or any of the hobby-based equivalents like Wrath and Glory or Soulbound for AOS when that comes out. So it's not really been my thing to do D&D type things. But you never know, maybe. And that'll be my pizza, which is bang on time because it's 2 minutes to 9. Which means that I'm going to have to do the reveal while my pizza gets cold. Go! Something about Armageddon. I'm not holding out hope for Armageddon because, like, why would we? Unless they're going to reveal it as the next Warzone. They could reveal it as the next Warzone, sort of instead of Vigilus. That would be cool. Warzone Armageddon or Octarius would be really cool. But I hold out no hope for it. We will see, I suspect. We will see. But I can't be sure. Yep, hype is building because it's 1 minute to 9. We're nearly there. We're nearly there.
One wound. -1 rends, you don't get a save, right?
Ba-da-ba-bum. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba-doo-boo. I just wanted to get this started now. Didn't realise how much doing this pre-show would almost have me foot tapping and just waiting in expectation. I forgot this was going to be a thing. So yeah, starting to, you know, get a bit antsy for it now. Come on, tick over. No. Come on, tick over. Heresy? Then maybe it'll be Horus Heresy stuff. We will see, I guess. I think probably we will see something 30k. Maybe not a new book or a new Primarch, as some people have been suspecting, but I think we'll see something for 30k. Right, 2100? G-dubs, it's 2100. Where's my article?
This is a variant of another character holding a different pattern of bolt gun.
G-dubs. There we go. The article's out. It's 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 out. Where is it? There it is. There we go. Yeah. Oh, right as the bloody article comes out, my food's been ready. Right.
Oh, sorry we cooked it.
Oh, thank you for doing it. But
Do you want us in here to...
if you want to, yeah, because we're going to go through this article. So, right. Let's tick this over. Thank you, chat. So,
Do you want me to one side for now?
yeah, I'll put that down. Right.
I'm not putting mine down.
So they talked about the Apocalypse Mega Battle and the Warhammer 40,000 preview. Let's do it live. I have no idea what's in here. Today, the Warhammer World Gaming Hall was the site of the largest game of Apocalypse ever played. I'm sure it was. Some of the images captured on the day. Okay, we've got a bit of a hype piece first. Yeah, that's a big game. Granted, I was expecting it to be one like mega table for the entire gaming hall. Doesn't look like we quite got that. Maybe we did. Still, looks like a lot of people turned up, which is very good. And there was a Bugman's Bar after party for the Warhammer Codex Space. Okay, here we go. Now we have news. Codex Space Marines.
I'm shocked what?
Well, with the whole Shadow Spear stuff,
Oh yeah.
they needed to integrate that in. But hopefully we see even more stuff, because that's a chaplain. Is it a chaplain? Looks like a chaplain.
Yeah.
That's a chaplain. That's a chaplain.
Yeah, that's definitely a shout.
That's a chaplain. So, what have we got? I'm not going to watch the trailer here because, well, why is everything in a cocky trailer? Oh, hello. We got 2 new upgrades. Marnius Calgar is not the only Space Marine to have crossed the Rubicon Primaris.
Of course not.
Chief Librarian Tigurius of the Ultramarines and Corsaro Khan of the White Scars.
Just do Pedro Cantor.
I'm
followed-
pretty sure people already guessed Icurius from the teasers before.
So, this is Primaris Tigurius. And I'm on... Ooh.
Is he?
Oh no. He looks like he's fought most of the enemies with his face. It's not ideal.
Oh, hang on. I don't think chat's working. Hang on. Chat. Thank you, chat. Sorry, I forgot when chat doesn't load. Chat has a hissy fit. There we go. So, Primaris Tigurius. No. What do we think, chat? Because I'm not feeling very positive.
I feel that banner makes him look really old school.
Yeah, it's like a proper old school colour scheme.
I mean, it fits with his artwork because there's an artwork piece of Tigurius where he's got his staff out like that and his eyes are all blazing with power. Yeah. So I know what they're going for.
I don't like it.
I don't like a lot of bareheaded Space Marines anyway. I think his face in this one's particularly odd looking.
Yeah, not the best. But hope is not lost. We still have Corsaro Khan, which, if you remember, was a dude running around with a giant greatsword before. So what have we...
Does he not have a bike option anymore then?
We'll see. Oh!
That's better.
That's cool. He's miles better.
Okay, that's redeemed it.
Hello! Primaris Corsaro Khan actually looks like a Huntmaster now.
Yeah.
I just wish the eagle had 2 heads.
Well
That
played.
is my only criticism.
Well played. Well played. So yeah, Khan looks brilliant. Tigurius looks kind of crap, in our opinion. But, that said, Corsaro is brilliant. It's genuinely brilliant because you've got the trophy rack at the back, you've still got Moondraken was his bike, what's his sword called? I can't remember.
No idea.
And you've got the eagle, he's got a head that he's just taken. He looks like a tribal warlord huntmaster. I really like that model.
Have white scars been prevalent in like recent lore?
No. They were on Armageddon.
Yeah, I don't get white scars they've chosen unless they're going to start investigating.
Whoa, Chad, don't start talking about spoilers. I haven't got to the Notter Dread yet. Chill.
Although, as a, White Scar Primaris don't make that much sense because they don't have any of the options that
Bikes.
White Scars would.
Land speeders.
Yeah.
Jet bikes.
So unless you've got like, but then he doesn't look like he's got a bike option, which means he probably doesn't have a bike option at all in the new
Means
book.
he's not really a proper white scar.
Yeah, so.
But he is a
Great
melee
model.
character.
Yeah.
Right, what else we got? You may be wondering what that cool new war machine is. It's called an Invictor Tactical War Suit.
Oh no.
Oh, God. We haven't even got all the way down
I'd
yet.
rather be in a penitent engine.
A lightly armoured frontline brawler. Oh, no, hang on. A Dreadnought is a brawler or weapons platform. This is found fighting alongside a Vanguard strike force on Recon. Designed with sound dampening materials, enabling it to move at great speed with minimal noise in support of the Vanguard Brethren. In fact, it can even set up alongside them in concealed deployment dreadnoughts.
You know those really weird looking walkers they had in the Avatar movie?
Yes.
It's that.
That is, yeah. I'm getting alien vibes with,
Yeah,
with the construction walkers.
Oh, no. The gun is just...
What is that?
It's an Invictor Tactical War
What is
Suit.
the...
It's an abomination. Yeah, not...
It's like the Space Marines saw Eldar War Walkers and went, "We want those," but they had no idea what they were doing.
Or, more likely, they looked at a Tau battlesuit and thought, I want one.
It looks like if you were to try and make your own battlesuit at home using only scaffolding.
It's a kit. It looks like a conversion or a kit bash. Yeah.
I can see someone cosplaying in it, but as a model.
But it does have pistol whip heavy bolters. It's a pistol whip heavy bolter.
Yeah, that's even worse now. I mean, I wasn't a big fan of the other Primaris Dread, so...
The Redemptor's alright.
Yeah, Redemptor's fine, but that is
odd.
Yeah.
I'd have rather seen something...
That's not the direction I would have gone in. I would have preferred to see like a slimmer
Or
Dreadnought.
a proper Primaris Scout Company equivalent.
Let's take as chat says, let's take a Dread Knight, make it tiptoe, and look even derpier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Imperium clearly didn't learn from the Nemesis Dread Knight. All it learned is, hey, our pilots are exposed. Let's put them behind something. Oh. Yeah, not sure on that one. Anyway, moving on. All of the Primaris Vanguard in Shadow Spear will be getting their own kits very soon. Good. Indeed, the Mystery of the Laz Fusils and the Eliminators Apocalypse datasheet will be sorted as well. So Eliminators get more weapon options. But what about the cool-looking tank? That will be the Impulsor. So they had the Repulsor. Now we have the Impulsor.
What's the other one with the bigger cannon they released recently? Is that still a Repulsor?
The Repulsor Exterminator.
That's it.
Repulsor Exterminator. So this is Primaris Transports.
Hover Rhino, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's a hover rhino.
I don't dislike it.
It's a rhino, but they chopped off the back of a rhino and stuck a land speeder on.
Yeah.
That's what it kind of looks like.
A heavy stubber and a hunter killer missile or something? Or
No,
like
it's
a budget
some sort of
whirlwind?
weird auto cannon. More heavy stubbers? I don't know.
Yeah, someone was complaining in chat about more bloody stubbers on Space Marine stuff.
I like stubbers.
But I don't get why they've gone for stubbers over Stormbolters. Stormbolters were the Space
Oh,
Marine
better,
thing.
yeah.
And are better, yeah. Stubbers were the guard thing.
No, the Hover Land Raider is the Redemptor. No, Repulsor. God, words. The Impulsor is your Hover Rhino.
Although if this has a transport capacity of more than 5, it ought to be big. Especially if it's Primaris that fit in there. So, it's going to be like a Primaris Hover Razorback equivalent?
Possibly?
Is it going to be open top with the back on it?
Oh, maybe, yeah.
Let's see. There's more images. No. So that's just the models from Shadow Spear with the Primaris Lieutenant and all that stuff.
No, they're different.
Are they?
Yeah, they're the new models, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
I mean, they are
Those
the...
poses were not.
Okay.
And that's also a different
They're
character.
the Shadow Spear units then.
Yeah.
With
the
new kits for them. Well, we'll do that better. Sorry, thank you. Get chat back up. GW has the impulse to repulse us. Oh, chat. Right, what have we got after this?
To be fair, I don't dislike that one as much as the other Hover
No,
tanks.
that one looks. It makes sense.
Yeah.
So,
It's not
the Space
ridiculous.
Marines are getting a new codex, not just any codex, but the best codex we've ever made, because of course.
It's the most recent one.
The datasheets including in the book will be available to all first founding chapters and their successors, so that means that all of these will be available to Blood Angels, Space Wolves, and Dark Angels players as well, because we really needed to homogenize the range some more. But it's a cool enough looking piece. Reminds me of the 5th edition artwork. We had the
The guy with the bolter.
he was blasting a Chaos Marine in that case, but it really reminds me of the color scheme and the.
Again, it looks quite old school. That artwork.
I'll pull it up bigger for chat.
It's like back in the days where all codex covers were just like piles of Space Marines with
just
with
fighting,
flags
and then
and
whatever-
banners and shooting off to the side.
Whatever your army was being massacred
Yeah.
by them in every single bit of fluff.
But yeah, I like it. I like that artwork. Generally, though, Codex art is very good. Sorry, I'm talking my mouth full
I mean, it
here.
has to be the big front cover of your book you use for every fighter.
Is it Vanguard Marine exclusive? No. This is a full new Codex.
Just what Vanguard added.
That.
I imagine there won't be many changes.
No, I imagine it's basically just Vanguard getting included.
They might do a balance pass, though. They might. I mean, they've got new units with Tigurius, the Impulsor, Corsaro.
Yeah.
There might be some little rebalancings here and
It
there.
might be mainly just points updates and stuff
Also,
like
the
that,
Intercessors got updated in chapter approved, so they'll probably just roll that new data old data sheet in as well. Now, hopefully there's more than just some Space Marines, because otherwise it'll be a waste of my 10 minutes. And a waste of my pizza getting cold.
Which is why you should not have stopped eating the whole time.
The new Codex and Codex supplements really lean into the distinct identities of each chapter to ensure they work as they do in lore. So you've got additional chapter-specific data sheets and thematic rules. Chapter-specific data sheets are back.
What
Does that not just mean like chapter-specific heroes though? So
Well, maybe actually,
it
yeah.
might just be like Kasara Khan is your White Scars specific.
I mean, Black Templars already had like sword.
Yeah,
had a
yeah.
few.
So,
So okay, we'll
I
not
don't
hold
think
out too
that
much
here.
hope. We'll not hold out too much hope then. Oh wait, hang on. What the cock?
What is that?
What the cock?
Reminds me of on Paint when you
Are
used
they
to get that
sub
house
books?
stamp and like drag it around.
What the supplement? Oh god, they've done it again.
Oh
God.
no.
Supplements are back.
More books for the already pile of books that I have. I need a bookshelf for because I don't have room for all my books.
I had to build a bookshelf for my Warhammer books.
I have a drawer I put them all in, but it's full.
I love how they've also gone out of their way to redact the other chapters that aren't Ultramarines here.
Like we don't know what they are.
Like, who's it going to be? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, Ultramarines, Imperial Fists,
The founding chapters.
no, can't be bloody
Except
just.
for the separate ones.
Yeah, it's the front. No, oh, wait a minute. If it's the 9 legions,
Crimson
minus.
Fists as well will be one.
No, they got an index. They got an index in White Dwarf, January. So maybe this is the first founding legion. So Blood Angels, Dark Angels, Space Wolves keep their own codex.
Yeah.
And this is the other 6.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
We're getting an Iron Hand supplement.
Oh.
We're getting a Salamander
Oh,
supplement.
I might play them.
Yeah.
Okay. So we just did a massive complaint about supplements, but also
Well, I'm going to complain because they could have put it in the book, made the book, 5 or more expensive, and that would have been fine. Everyone's happy. Whereas if you want to, you're going to have to spend 15 quid on that, 20 quid on the book.
the rules for making
I mean,
this
it depends what's in it, really.
Yeah.
Like how big it is. If it's just a little 10-page book of here's your unique characters and some slightly
But you
different
can see they're all hardback. So
yeah,
they're going to cost
they're
something.
going to be decent
Yeah.
size then. So
Oh,
that's
new
just
rules,
something
new rules, new rules.
Ooh.
Brand new rules. So let's just pop the chat back up so the chat works. So they shall know no fear. Oh, so they've reincorporated 3 rules under Angels of Death, which is they shall know no fear,
Yeah.
Ball to Discipline, which is
Yeah.
all White Dwarf, and Shock Assault, +1 attack on the charge, or when you get charged, or you heroically intervene.
I mean, it's good.
Yeah.
If there's no points increase for that, then it's good.
Yeah, but did we really need to give Space Marines all back +1 attack on the charge?
I mean, you need to make them viable somehow. And they're meant to be the heroes of humanity.
It's
and
not
on
going
the
to improve
tabletop, they're really
Primaris
not
at all, because you
Yeah.
don't want them in combat.
Yeah.
Well, on the whole. So,
Possibly. Yeah, maybe. It's a good idea, just...
You've got to do something to make that superhuman in massive power armor be.
And it will
slightly
also be
better
given
than-
to Grey Knights and Death Watch. And you're also giving it to Chaos Space Marines, Death Guard, and Thousand Suns.
Makes sense. They're all
now
they're all Marines.
that's quite scary, though, when you think of Chaos Space
Oh
Marines.
yeah.
Corn.
Yeah,
Or any of them,
berserkers.
yeah.
They can attack twice with an extra attack on the. I think they already get extra attacks, don't they? On
Yeah,
charge?
so is that going to stack then?
Chainsaw and Pistol is +1 attack.
They get +1 attack on the charge, I'm pretty sure.
Or chainsaw. Yeah, well, yeah. I don't know. Because I'm pretty sure that you can take chainswords and they already have 2 attacks each, 3 attacks each.
Yeah.
And I thought they already got a +1 on the charge.
Yeah, so they'll be up to 6 attacks on the charge.
Yeah.
Attacking twice.
Yeah.
With chain axes.
Ow.
Well, fair enough.
I mean, chosen, possessed, greater possessed.
Might make
If-
Terminators
would they?
interesting.
Oh yeah.
Mutilators.
An extra attack with all their power fists.
Mutilators.
Yeah.
Are they demons now though? Would they get the rule?
I think they have the Heretic Starters keyword.
Yeah, I guess
Yeah,
so.
that's
Yeah.
good, yeah. So.
They are mutated heretics, aren't they? So I guess it would
Does
count.
this also mean, though, that we're getting a new Chaos Space Marine one out next?
No.
Presumably.
Chaos Space Marine Codex came out after Vigilus.
Oh, right, it's already been done, so this
Yeah.
is going to a... Great.
Well,
So
even
you
then,
have
that was only really an update. It was literally just including the new rule. The
I
new
don't think they released
units,
a
that
new
was it.
one.
Yeah, it wasn't a new
Yeah.
cut. It was like 2.0 basically. They just added the new.
I mean, this
units,
is
think.
basically 2.0.
They've added. I mean, it might be, and the supplements might have the new stuff.
Yeah.
But saying that, if they're including this, then I guess it's a bit more. I don't know.
It's just going to be awkward for Chaos Space Marines then, having to use this rule, but having to
Oh,
refer to it in a different
Yeah.
book.
custom chapters. Codex Space Marines has extensive rules for successor chapter tactics to support the creation of your own chapter. Simply pick 2 successor tactics from a long list of choices, and you're good to go.
So it's basically like Free Blades, but for your entire...
Without drawbacks.
Yeah, without it. Yeah.
That is exactly what I've been wanting every time I play Space Marines, and they've finally done it.
Yeah.
So we spent the last 10 minutes, I think, moaning.
I might get some Primaris
I'm
now.
pretty sure in previous codexes they used to like encourage making. They were like, you can make your own, you can do whatever you want. But then in recent ones they've really dialed it back. But now apparently they're going the other direction.
Well, the problem is that they dialed back lots and lots of war gear options on things, so
Yeah.
you don't get to.
And you
customise
know
it the
who
same
this
way.
really sucks for? The people who don't have these options. You know, like everyone who's not Space Marines.
Yeah.
Because
But that's always been the case.
Well,
There's nothing
although
new there.
saying that, this could be a sign that it will be something going forward.
maybe, but I don't think create your own Tau Sept is going to become a thing.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, custom chapters is good, and I approve of custom chapters, and maybe they'll apply it to Astra Militarum, although Astra Militarum really does not need the help.
How would that work with relics? Would you just have to take the default relics, I guess?
No,
should
we
test
haven't
the
watched the
chapter
trailer.
relics.
We haven't
that's
actually
good,
watched
yeah.
the trailer because it doesn't really play audio through the PC. So what I'll do is I'll just play it here for the animated trailer. So I can't show you this, chat, but I'm sure people can watch it.
They shall be my finest warriors, these men who give themselves to me.
That's the Emperor talking.
Like clay I shall mold them, and in the furnace of war forge them. They will be of
This is the most
iron will and
quietly
steel
spoken
muscle.
Emperor.
In great
Oh, he is
armor
dead.
shall I clad them.
Nobody said this before.
Mightiest guns will they be armed. They will be untouched by plague or disease. No sickness will blight them. They will have
Medical
tactics,
disability.
strategies, and machines, such that no foe can best them in battle.
Wrong.
They are my bulwark against the terror. They are the defenders of humanity. They are my space marines, and they shall know no fear.
Cool.
It's just a hype trailer for...
Oh, it's all of them are hype
Yeah.
trailers. They're all hype trailers. That's the Space Marine Codex trailer, by the way. It's on the Warhammer Community article that we're going through. I just played it on my phone because it was easier. So, moving on. Kill Team! New starter set. And it's...
Space Marines.
And Tau.
Isn't that the same as the old starter set?
That was Death Watch and Tau.
Oh, yeah, so Space
But it's
Marines.
very
Tau.
similar.
Yeah. Okay.
It's a slightly different Space Marines than Tau.
When we released the
Is it
original...
Primaris, I'm assuming?
Let's see. Proved to be extremely popular after all. What we do is make another one to help new players with 2 different kill teams and terrain. The new box features a kill team of Space Marine Reavers and Fire Warriors. I mean, the last one was technically Pathfinders, I believe.
Yeah.
So,
Same set, isn't it? Oh, no.
same
no.
armies,
Yeah.
different units.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm waiting for Imperial Knights to go into Kill Team.
Where you can drop that Helver and then...
Yeah. Not done much, to be fair.
I mean...
Get some Sector Mechanicus terrain.
I mean, yeah, it's basically just...
Oh, they're meant to be Space
It's
Wolves.
literally... the Space Wolves kill team set, the
The Tau.
Star Pulse,
Yeah.
the Tau set,
Yeah.
and then Sector Mechanicus in one box.
Yeah.
That's all they've done. There's nothing new.
Oh, yeah, that's actually nothing new at all.
Just a reboxing.
It's literally just they've put 3 sets into one box, and it's probably slightly cheaper. So
Oh, what? Prepare to have your... What? The Warp Awakens?
I'm interested.
Okay, before I scroll down, I'm going to watch this trailer. We're going to watch the trailer first,
before
so
we spoil it.
before we spoil it.
I'm preparing to have my mind blown as we speak.
Barbershop. Very short.
I hope it's one of those scary videos on the screen.
Fools. Faith is tested. The beast roars. Ancient darkness rises. Everything has led
That's Eldari.
to this.
Inquisition.
The psychic awakening.
Or is that not Astra Tactica? Or is that in...
There, that would be.
So that could be anything.
Sisters of Silence were in Astra Telepathica.
Yeah. Or it could be a standalone board game sort of thing where you've, you know, like an add-on for Blackstone Fortress. That sort of... Oh, yeah, it could be anything.
This one's still a bit of a secret. All we'll say for now is there's a new galaxy-spanning event that is going to have a significant impact in every Warhammer 40,000 faction. Oh.
So it's a new campaign thing.
It's a lore update. So, we had the Cicatrix Maledictum, we had the Not to Say Turner, we've had the Era Indomitus, which was the Indomitus Crusade, then we had the Plague Wars in Ultramar, we've had the Vigilus campaigns, that's over now. And now we've got this Psychic Awakening with the Astra Telepathica symbol. Or we think it's Astra Telepathica symbol.
Is it going to be the equivalent to sort of Storm of Magic, but 40k?
I would be down for that.
Also, like Warp Storm entities and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh god, are they going to do endless
40k
spells?
endless spells.
Yeah, but that sort of, and then obviously you have a big influx of Psychers, and that's
Sorry, it's not Eldar.
Like
If anyone's behind on us, that wasn't Eldar at all. I just saw the Rooney things, it looked a bit Eldarish. It's not.
Endless spells of, people have kind of got on board with this. I can see that kind of.
So this is a battle kill team? That'd be cool, but this is a battle aren't out yet.
There goes my wallet when they are.
The Age of Strife 2.0. No, the Age of Strife 2.0 was the Not to Say Turner. It's not... It can't be Iniad. That rune was too Imperial. It was the Inquisitorial Eye with the eye in the middle and a little bit of flicking off.
Yeah, I think, which is Astra Telepathica, I'm pretty sure. Except for the flickings on the top, but I don't know if that's just a new symbol.
Stylized, yeah.
Actually, I can look it up.
Because I'm pretty sure it's on the staffs for the Primaris Psychers.
Adeptus Astra Telepathica.
Looks very similar.
Yeah.
It just, without the accents on.
Yeah, so that's the current symbol. They just added some flicky bits.
Yeah, so it might just be a new symbol.
Yeah.
Interesting. So, that's actually everything. So. Right, chat. Sorry about the darkness, but what do you think? What are we thinking, chat? Because for me, Codex Space Marines, rolling in the Shadow Spear stuff, makes a lot of sense. Adding in 2 new Primaris heroes makes a lot of sense. However, Tigurius looks terrible. The new Dreadnought thingamabob looks awful. Corsaro looks brilliant. Supplements look brilliant. I think it's a great touch. Custom chapters is nice, though I wait to see if it does go on for any other faction. The Shock Assault rule is nice. Could we get some more armies with it, please? We've got Kill Team, which is just recycling boxes into a starter box, basically. And then we've got this Warp Awakens thing, which looks to be...
Well, could be anything, couldn't
it?
Yeah.
Galaxy-wide psychic awakening of some sort, which will probably lead to the introduction of the Astra Telepathica or the Sisters of Silence back into the base game, I would be wagering. So, thoughts?
I mean, some of the new models, I don't know what they were thinking when they made them.
I mean, in defence of the terrible Dreadnought model, it's not a bad sculpt, it's not a bad model,
No.
it just does not fit into the aesthetic of 40k.
the design was
yeah,
just,
it's just
off,
odd.
I feel.
Yeah. Okay, sorry, well
Unlike
designed.
Tigurius, which is just
well designed,
not a
but
nice
designed
model.
poorly.
Bad intentions.
Yes,
Yeah.
Yeah. Designed with intent and designed to the intent, but the intent was sort of off.
Yeah.
Tigurius, looks like it came out in 4th edition.
Not bad. Swallowed some pizza the wrong way.
Corsaro looks excellent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some of the new sculpts for the Primaris Lieutenant look pretty nice. The Impulsor Transport,
I think that's alright.
It's fine, yeah.
It depends what this rules. I feel like if it's got an open pack, it might have open tops, which might be
Yeah.
cool. It depends what rules are like, really.
And that's possibly how they can get around it being
Yeah.
weird to try and
Yeah.
fit more Primaris in.
yeah, maybe like the Landspeeder Storm sort of
Yeah.
thing. The Codex, nice artwork.
Yeah.
The fact we're seeing custom chapters back
I
is
love that.
Yeah.
Yep, big up on that.
If it looks useful and usable, I will probably end up with a Primaris army then. It's
Great.
bound to happen.
I will have
good.
to dig mine out of the several boxes it's in
Yeah.
somewhere.
And the introduction of the supplements is interesting. Because obviously this is the first time... Well, Shadow Spear was officially the first time we had supplements, but they've then been rolled into the Codex. This is the first time we've seen a Codex get supplements.
I'm curious to see what's in it, because it looks fairly big if they're all hardback, but a lot of that could be lore about
Yeah.
that,
Yeah,
about
that's
the
true,
chapters.
yeah.
Which
would be
I'm not
nice.
complaining
We've
about.
got
Yeah.
what, like 7 other books to draw on. From.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So
Lots of
what we're
those.
going to get probably is unique unit, or several unique units, unique character, or several if they decide to introduce new ones. Maybe that's what... Oh, we've just seen Kylos Dronos here. That's a shame.
A large amount of stratagems.
Stratagems, a couple of unique relics and warlord traits, possibly.
Yeah.
Rather than putting them all in the codex under all the chapter tactic
Yeah, you
stuff,
just have
they
the
might pull
general.
them out.
And have them all in the supplements.
Yeah, whereas the codex gets all the unit
All the regular
options
ones.
Yeah, and presumably the basic Space Marine.
set.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they might get one chapter tactic each, and maybe the supplements will get company rules. So like you can go with Clan Rorcan or the Sentinels of Terror if you remember those old supplements. We don't know. I like the idea. Again, need to see on the execution because, well, it's going the way of 7th edition. Formations, sort of.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say, with the campaign books, they added...
The specialist attachments.
Yeah, they might have specialist attachments unique to the expansion, to the
Yeah, that
chapter
wouldn't
as well.
surprise me.
I like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's sliding into 7th edition where we had book overload combined with FAQ overload because my god, the amount of FAQs you have to keep up with these days. And it's a concern that the game could get a bit bloated again
Yeah.
and require another
But
update.
it is, you know, for a game that'll end up bloated, it's still a hell of a lot more streamlined. So,
Like we played 2 games of 40k in an afternoon.
Yeah.
Granted, there were 1k points and involved Imperial Knights.
and I'd not used that army before at all.
Yeah.
So, like,
So it was a slightly wonky first day, but we got 2 games of 40k in a day, and you can easily get more than that done if you're quick and organised and know what you're doing and are not idiots. Because let's be fair, we're all idiots.
I mean, I forgot half my army rules.
just a lot of waffling as well.
I forgot to shoot my ghost keel on the first turn. So yeah, we've all been massive idiots. So it's good, although a lot of people complained about 6th and about 7th, mainly because of game balance, but also because of Decurions and formation bloat.
Yeah.
So
I feel like the formations though in this will be made a bit less crazy by
Yeah, well, I feel like-
because they steal some of your command points to use
Yeah.
them, and that the problem with formations in 7th was they were free.
They were free, yeah.
Yeah, and they give you
just-
massive bonuses for fielding ridiculous units
yeah,
anywhere.
and AOS proved that with the battalion system, if you pay for them, they're actually quite well balanced.
So by paying for them with
You're
command
paying-
points,
you're paying
and they
for a
don't give you
bonus.
that much of a bonus.
No.
They give you a warlord trait that usually affects the formation.
Yeah, for 1 CP, you get the option of a warlord trait, and you get the relic from it. And then you can spend another CP to have basically 2 warlord traits.
Yeah, and
one
then
of them
you
being that
get
one.
some unique
And
stratagems.
then access to the
yeah.
stratagems, yeah. So you still have to pay more CP to then use those stratagems.
Yeah, which is going to cost you more command points for.
But obviously, if that's what you want to do, then
Yeah.
you got to pay for it.
But
It's
it,
really useful.
it does kind of balance it because
Yeah.
you can't.
It's not just you've taken
It's
these.
not a passive
it's not
bonus
just,
forever.
You've taken these units and now they're all better.
Yeah.
One extra point from chat. Too many new rules / books at once is kind of intimidating. Which, when you consider that Space Marines are the noobs army, like if you're introducing someone to the game, you do it through Space Marines as a rule of thumb. So you say, right, here are Space Marines. Here's 50,000 units and a codex and 7 supplements.
Well,
But
I
it won't
imagine
be,
the
it won't be
supplements-
advertised like that, will it? It'll be,
No.
pick up Space Marines, have a play around with
Yeah,
the
learn
basic,
them,
the basic
and then
ones, and then these are
maybe
supplements.
yeah.
You don't need them to play it, but if you really like
They're
playing
optional
whatever,
expansions, yeah.
you can play these, with them. And
But
that'll be
on the other hand as well, if you're an older player who maybe has a custom chapter or flits between rules depending on what's OP,
Yeah.
suddenly you don't have to buy one book and work out what's OP. You've got to buy 8.
yeah.
Well, I imagine the meta would really.
The meta will decide that, but
Yeah.
someone's got to go out and buy all those
Yeah.
books before
Yeah,
that
that's
happens.
true.
So some people are going to get absolutely cash shafted by this, and that's something you've got to keep in mind because it's an expensive hobby. But overall, intriguing. Unfortunately, compared to Thursday was like brilliant.
Yeah.
Because as much as we're not going to play any of those games, probably, Aeronautica looked amazing. Beastgrave looked amazing, and
Possible new army.
a new army, the Kenothi, which will probably be replacing Wanderers. And then they also gave us the Guacamole... What was the name of the Blizzard Blood Bowl? It was a pun.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
It was an absolutely shocking pun. Where was the joke? Where is it? 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 There. It was a double pun. It was the Guacamole Crater Gators.
Terrible. Absolutely terrible.
But we love it. Yeah, like Thursday was such a really nice reveal, even though it didn't tell us anything. But like, if you compare that to the AOS Open Day, not great. You compare it to Gen Con, it's better because it talks about the base game, but it spent all of its time talking about Space Marines and then just threw some Kill Team and a teaser at us for the end.
In terms of what you've got as new releases for this, you've got a Dreadnought that we've all agreed
Sucks.
not good.
A Transport.
You have a Flying Rhino, so nothing particularly interesting.
An Ultramarines character
well,
who
your
looks...
characters aren't new. They're just going to have one more wound and
Yeah,
slightly different war
different,
gear.
yeah.
So that's not really anything new.
And one of them looks terrible.
All of the other Primaris stuff already exists, so there's
Just
nothing
getting...
new there.
Just means you have to buy Shadow Spear.
Presumably the Space Marine Codex is going to be very similar to how it is. So you've got some supplement books, a Rhino, and a Dreadnought.
Yeah. If you didn't play Kill Team already, nobody cares because it's the same
But
units.
it's nothing new anyway.
Yeah,
It's
and
all
the
still exists.
tease of this Psychic Awakening, like some people have been saying the Age of Strife 2.5, and there's other ideas of what it could be. I'm going to go with the idea, and I'm going to throw this out now, that the continued exposure to the Maledictum has triggered another wave of latent Psychers. Sort of a similar idea to what happened when Psychers popped up in the Dark Age of Technology, but this time, humanity's ready for it. It has the Astro Telepathica, and it knows about what's going on.
I reckon I think Endless Spells is
I'm
equivalent to Unbound Psychic Powers, or...
Yeah, I'm talking more, but...
both. An influx in Psychers, so the Astropathic gets
Yeah,
bigger
yeah.
and gets badder, but then there are also, new units to investigate all these warp anomalies going on and everything else.
Precisely.
They've got a that's the warp department of the Imperium, and there's a lot of warp stuff going around now, so got work
But
to
it would
do.
make sense then that you've got, because of the fact there's so much of the warp bleeding into reality, that you've got like sentient warp anomalies showing up much more regularly, and therefore I hope they don't do faction-based ones though, because that would make a lot less sense than Age of Sigmar.
I was going to say, it would make sense that there might be like more demons and stuff, but then that's only just for demons and chaos. That's not really for all... Because it said it would affect all factions, so I assume it must be psychic related.
Oh, Crying Cow.
In fact, nobody did say it affects all races, so...
Are you implying Tau Psychers here, sir?
I mean...
There's Chaos Town now, so like...
Who knows?
Yeah. Have there not already been Tau Psychers in the lore?
Yes.
Yeah, so...
Well,
it's fine.
no, they've been possessed Tau.
Oh, okay, fair.
Also, Necrons.
Yeah, well, they're...
Justify that one.
I mean, Catan are not psychers, but they also have suspicious powers.
yeah. They're like super reality powers.
Yeah, based on the Astro Telepathica emblem, Sisters of Silence army to go with the Custodes. So yeah, Astro Telepathica will become like another baby codex to go along with Custodes.
I mean, that would also make sense, again, with all the warp going around, just having a blank around to just nullify it all.
I'd like to Sisters of Silence to get their own codex. That would be cool.
Yeah.
But then I think that, having done Custodes and then doing Sisters of Silence, it's very much stepping on Forge Will's toes.
Well, I feel like Sister Signs have been around for ages and they've never been a proper force.
No, they've had one unit.
Yeah. Well, they technically have three.
Three
units from one set. But yeah, it's never really been a proper force to take.
Maybe, new Sanctioned Psyker kit. Wordbane Psychers.
Oh, well, yeah, they need a new kit.
Yeah, they do need a new kit, yeah, that's true. In fact, I mean, a new Primaris Psyker, because that's still resin, isn't it?
No, there's a new one in the Combat Arena box.
Oh, no, there is, yeah. No, you're right, so there already is a new one confirmed, yeah.
Yeah. So, lots left to discover, I suspect, in terms of the reveals and the warp awakening, the psychic awakening that's going on. We will see in the coming weeks, months. We'll see.
Hopefully weeks.
We will see.
The current schedule will be weeks, maybe days.
We will see what is going on anyway. So, thank you very much. Sadly, Rowan is not here to give you the Discord, but thank you everyone who's come out to the stream and shared with us in the nonsense. How many people have we had here tonight? I wonder. I'm curious. Oh crap! We've got 50 people. That might actually be a record. That might actually be a record. You had to put up with these two.
Cheers.
It's all good.
I mean, I've got a game I can go finish.
I was saying, why are you still here?
The reason I'm still here is it's not going well.
So, yes, thank you everybody for coming out to the stream tonight. I'm going to retire back to the Discord server now. So if people are in there, then feel free to stop by. I'll be in there. These two may or may not stop by, or they'll just go home. I don't know.
I mean, if I go home, I'll come back on when I get home.
That would work.
I'll be
So,
off to the pub.
Because of course. So, yes, there's... Oh, yeah, I did see the thing with the Chaos Knight that's got flares following around thinking it's a Catan. I saw that. So, yes, thank you everybody for watching the stream. This has been our live reaction to the Warhammer Community Warhammer 40,000 preview, I should say. It's been an interesting evening. It's been an interesting evening all told. Thank you very much to these two gentlemen for joining me and for cooking my dinner. I appreciate that. I cooked yours. So.
Yeah.
So, yes, thank you very much, everybody. And I will bring out my thoughts on this when I've condensed them. And on Gen Con, going out on Monday. So, thank you very much. And good night.
Ta-ra.